Good morning. It's time to get up, but I don't want to get up.
The longer I've waited, the more that
There was a bar that was open, and I thought, oh, I'll pop in and ask if they'll fill my water, which they did. But then there was also like a secret grocery store with like no signage, just sort of like in there, like a real grocery store, not like a little like homemade market or something. And it was definitely not on my maps. So I don't know why grocery stores don't come up on my maps here, but anyway, it was like a good surprise. I got a sports drink, I filled up my water, I got a little like top up on resupply just because I'm not sure how many days I am without services. So I just got some more like breakfast stuff and a couple of snacks. So I don't know, I probably got 3 days of food. Which like I'm going into the national park, which I think is a good idea because I think it'll take me a couple days to get through there. And I won't be in a town for a while. I don't know, we'll find out.
I see you running.
This is a pretty little jaunt through the forest. It's gonna be sort of just up, down, up, down, up, down all day. I think I am headed towards the national park and the source of some river that is supposed to be quite pretty. I'm really missing my hat. Turns out it really blocks a lot of sun from getting into my eyes. Well, I can't really. If I'm being honest, I still get a little nervous tromping into the forest. The deeper it goes, the more unsettling it feels because you can't see anything. You can't see what's going on around you. There's just trees, 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 and it is dense out here. It's actually part of the reason that I started with the Pacific Crest Trail as my first through hike, whereas I think the Appalachian Trail is more beginner friendly. The idea of just like walking into the forest totally freaked me out. Maybe it's because I was raised on the prairies with, 360-degree views with nothing in the way. Deep, dark forests still, to this day, make me a tiny bit uncomfortable. Oh, when I see these little red dots, it makes me very happy. Especially when the path is all chewed up and it keeps branching off in weird ways. Having those little dots is really nice. And yes, of course, I'm following my GPS, but it doesn't always work. Or like, it knows where I am, but it doesn't always know where the path is. But then my little markers do this. And there's a path here, and then nonsense here. Sometimes, okay, we found our marker, and then you look around, and there's like kind of a path maybe, but then you look all the way out there, and there's your next marker. So that's the game of I Spy we're playing in the forest. I really feel like I am on a path that no one has been on in a very long time. And while there are markers, I don't know who has been following them. Holy. It's just like mushy leaves, mushy leaves. But hey, following the markers. Made it out of the forest. Now I get to walk on the road for a little bit.
I let it all go out the window. No smoke in my eyes.
Just remembered that it's Sunday, so this church probably has stuff going on. Sounds like it does.
It's been you in the back of my mind. When there are others, I do the routine. I dance all alone there. I try to be seen.
Oh, this is some slow going progress. So overgrown. And slow moving through here. The faintest of what must have one day been a trail. Which, like, honestly, it's not that bad. because there are so many markings. It's like, okay, well, yeah, just go tramp through the bush, but just very slow. It got hot today. It was toasty. It's June 1st, and yeah, it is warm outside.
Let it all go out the window. No smoke in my eyes. I can hear the wind chime. It's always been you in the back of my mind.
Okay, I spy this one. Where's the next one? Where is it? I can see it. Can you see it? Unfortunately, I cannot go to the river source because it's closed. I can tell we're in the national park now. There's a trail. Whee! So this day has just become like much longer than anticipated. I think I still have like 15 kilometers left to go. So the woman at the information post back there, I was just asking her about camping, and she said, yeah, there's a camp place down past Sirnalug, but it's quite far. And she was like, well, I'm off in like an hour, so if I see you on the road, should I stop for you? And I was like, absolutely, please. So hopefully in about an hour, I will see her. That would be great, because I will not make it for an hour. It's going to take like at least 3. So that would be nice of her. Nice little bear poop in the middle of the road. Love it. What a long day. I hiked like 25 and a bit kilometers. Bushwhacked about 17 of them. Oh man, that was brutal. I don't know, 5Ks or so in, and then that lady met me on the road, scooped me up, which was nice of her because it was another like 10K to get to town. It was already like 5:30, so that was super nice of her. She was so lovely, and she works for the national park, and so there is like a camping spot kind of like in the town, like a paid campground. But she was like, I don't know if you can put your tent there, and she's like, and it's probably expensive, so why don't I take you to a spot where you can just put your tent? And I was like, yeah, okay. So she brought me to this nice green space that's like right outside the national park, and she's like, yeah, sometimes people put their tents there, and like, it's fine, you'll be safe, the bears won't bother you, there's a table, like, you'll be good. And I was like, okay, amazing, that's way better. So I'm just gonna pop my tent over in this green space in the back once it gets a little later and people start filtering out of here. I am gonna make some dinner because I'm super hungry from all of that up and down, because it was like, yeah, like 1,000 meters up and 1,000 meters down and a bajillion meters of bushwhacking through the forest. And yeah, I'm pretty cooked, so that was good. And tomorrow I'll be in the national park, and it's supposed to be really beautiful. And she also said she'd let me in for free, because they let all of the Via Dinarica hikers in for free. Because she's like, yeah, you guys are already doing a hard thing, so we just let you in. So this is the most sugary sports drink I've ever consumed. Good morning from another day on the trail. I definitely could have started earlier this morning because I was like up, but I needed to refill my water. So I had to wait till someone came to open up the restaurant. Like, in a pinch, could have used that like weird lake water, but the lady was like, when I mentioned, I was like, oh, I can just filter this water, and she was like, oh my god, don't do that. And I know, like, everyone has different opinions on water. She's probably thinking like, why on earth would you drink this like disgusting pond water? I just had to wait like a little bit longer, and then I just filled my water from the tap. And then the woman from yesterday was at the info center, said good morning, you know, whatever. She's like quite nervous about bears. She's like, make some noise, you're the first hiker on the trail today, so it means I'm gonna get the spider webs and the bears, so yay. Caving and like spelunking and whatever, simply cannot get behind that. Who looks at that and goes, you know what, I'd really like to get to the bottom of that? Not me. Alright, I made it to the top of the climb today. There was more up that like was optional, you know, to go off the trail up to the peak. I sat and I ate lunch, and it's so windy. And then I got cold, and then I didn't want to go up to the top and come back down because it's so windy. I actually saw a couple of hikers today, so unusual. That's the first hikers I've seen like this whole trip. So I sat and chatted with a German guy. Funny, he's like, oh, are you taking a gap year? And I was like, I guess you could call it that, but I feel like I'm a little old for a gap year. And he was like, oh, I'm also taking a gap year. And he's like 27, so I'm a little older than 27, but you can kind of take a gap year whenever you want, I guess. I'm not sure if it's a gap between anything. This is sort of the thing, so I don't know what you'd call it. Just life. Why does my map want to take me in the worst possible way to get down this hill? Why? Thank goodness for whoever put these signs up. Heck if I know. This trail is definitely testing my level of comfort with not having a path and being deep in the forest. And being many kilometers deep into the forest, not just a little bit. But we seem to be navigating fine because I keep sort of running up on things that make it seem like I'm going in the right direction. So I should be paying attention right now. The map has just led me like across some farm field, and then it's led me up to the edge of this forest with like no markings whatsoever. Like I'm on the quote unquote path, and like both my outdoor active and mappy maps both say that there should be a trail here, but like there's literally no trail here. And then I get to the edge of this forest and there's not a mark to be seen, and like that is a dense forest. I'm not just gonna go tramping around in, and then it's supposed to connect to some trail like 100 meters up, and I'm like, what the hell? So I don't know. But also all this tall grass is like full of nettles and thorns, and it's really itchy, so that's really fun. Really enjoying that. Well, I did find this in the forest, so I guess I'll follow that for a while. And I have to turn around once again because that alleged trail just like completely dead ends in like a thicket of trees that are like impenetrable. I walked all the way out there and it just stops. And it looks like at one point in the past there was a path, but it is not a path anymore. And it's just pissing me off. Because what the hell? Like, does no one check this stuff before they publish it? It's wild to me. Like, I'm all for a little bit of route finding. You know, I'm here for like a little bit of bushwhacking. Like the forest crap I've been doing all day is fine. But that shit? No. Come on. And then I gotta backtrack and go on the highway, and it's just absolutely ridiculous. You know what? This is pretty good as far as today has gone. It is going straight up the side of a mountain, but at least it is visible. That it was like a grassy plain. It's not flat. I could definitely find a spot for my tent, but it's so windy up here that I don't think it's a good idea. I'm gonna get blown away. So I'm gonna keep walking and see what I can find. It's 7:15, so it's getting rather late. There's just something on the other side of this, maybe. I don't know. Ugh. An awful day. Just terrible. Well, I managed to find somewhere more or less flat to camp. It's in some really tall grass, so I just mush it all down, and it's like, and it's in this really beautiful field. But I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to be here, so I don't know. I don't know who it belongs to. It's probably a farm or something. I don't know. It's very pretty, but I hiked like 28 kilometers, and then this is like the only option. I'm tired. That was a hell of a day. This trail is mental. I don't know who put this thing together, but they need to go back to school. This crap is crazy. So many dead ends and things I had to turn around, and I had to take the highway for a while, and like just bushwhacking and no markings and like just nonsense, just wandering through the abyss, it felt like today. But you know, I still managed to cover a pretty decent amount of ground. It's like 8 p.m. I cannot believe how light it is at 8 p.m. But yeah, anyway, I'm rambling now, and that's all I gotta say. Ooh, the wind is picking up. I don't know if that's as bad as it gets, that's okay. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna eat some dinner now. I'm starving. Good night.